It's Dean Legge and Parker Morgan making the long trip from Athens, Georgia to Nebraska. We're going to show some slides of where we've been since getting here. But Parker, this game could get delayed tomorrow or today, depending on when you watch it. We don't know that yet. Georgia's had a lot of rest anyway. Where are you with the rest?
I think the rest is going to help them. I mean, I've read some of the players, they've said that they're a little antsy so far, but I think the main thing is the pitching. That bullpen's gotten a lot of work so far, and getting those guys rested up is going to be huge for the team. And the fact that the bullpen's gotten some work, I think is good for them. If it had just been deep starting pitching so far, then I'd be a little worried about it if I was a Georgia fan, because the pitching, I'd be a little concerned about that bullpen not getting any work. But they've already got some work, so I think the rest is going to benefit them, and I think they should be able to come out strong tomorrow.
Josh Fields got into a little bit of trouble the other night, got out of it. Georgia with some crazy, impressive, some people would call it lucky wins. I don't know that it was lucky. They were very, very good timing, I guess you could say. When are these guys going to start hitting the ball the way that they hit it in the regionals and the super regionals?
Well, if it happens any time, tomorrow would be a great time for it to come out, because it really was lucky versus Miami, that last inning, getting the wild pitch and the strikeout, all the breaks really went their way. And then Stanford, they got some clutch hitting from Cerrone that they've really needed and had missed out on some earlier in their losses in the regionals and super regionals. So, they've gotten by in those previous tournament games on big innings, and they haven't had one yet. So,
if you want to win the College World Series, you've got to score more than 4 or 5 runs. Yeah. When is that big inning going to come, I guess, is the big question for Georgia. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they really need it tomorrow. They don't want this game. They don't want to have that pressure of going into an elimination game where they've had so much momentum. They don't want to waste that.
Can Stanford, though, after losing to Georgia, I mean, do you think that they can recover and beat Georgia? I mean, obviously they can. Where do you think Stanford is mentally with all this?
I mean, I think Stanford's going to be feeling pretty good. They lost to Georgia, real tight game, went down to the wire,
right,
and then knock off, Miami, #1 team in the country most of the year, that only lost, now they only now lost double-digit games. So I think Stanford's going to be feeling pretty good, and they know that Georgia has a history of not really putting away teams when they have those first opportunities or making things hard on themselves. I mean, they made the regional and the super regional stretch out as difficult as possible. So Stanford's going to come out tomorrow flying high, and they're really not going to be scared of anything that Georgia's got thrown out there.
All right, well, with that, we will wrap it up from Omaha for tonight, but we will be here until Georgia either brings home a trophy or they come home with, their heads held high for a great season. Well, with all that said, from Omaha, Nebraska, this is Parker Morgan and Dean Legge signing off for now.